On December 31st, 1997, 14-year-old Nancy celebrates the coming of a new year at home with her family. On February 20th, 1998, Nancy attended the annual father-daughter dance with her father, Bill. In April of 1998, one of her paintings took second place in the Redwood City Spring Art Show. Later that year, 15-year-old Nancy attended the annual mother-daughter tea with her mother, Elda. In the 10th grade, Nancy was a triathlete with an equally impressive report card. Also that year, she began dating an 18-year-old college student named Anthony Fizzicaro. In the 11th grade, Nancy and Anthony attended a high school event called the Magique Dance. Toward the end of her junior year, Nancy turned 17, and her father gave her a white 1997 Nissan 200SX. And with sincere gratitude, Nancy immediately presented her parents with a thank you card. That summer, Nancy joined numerous relatives for a trip to Mexico.
At least you're not shy. Like, at least you're not shy.
Ahí va, va a hacer su pirueta. Ay, Dios. Mira. Ay, y luego está Lorena también. ¡Hola!
Surrounded by loved ones and the ocean, Nancy could not have been happier. The next stop that summer was Georgia for another visit with the Kimmers. At age 17, Nancy began her senior year of high school at Mercy, where she graduated as the first student to be awarded the Foreign Language Department Trilingual Honor Award. 18 years old, Nancy began taking classes at Chico State University. She especially enjoyed her French class, and she excelled in her other classes, including math. As a freshman, her major was undeclared, but she had an interest in foreign relations. On November 16, 2001, Nancy received an A on a math midterm and found out that she was done with the course for the semester. Anxious to share the good news with her family, she decided to go home early for Thanksgiving. The accident happened on Highway 505 in Vacaville, south of Wolfskill Road. According to California Highway Patrol Public Information Officer Chuck Monroe,
the accident took place at 2:10 p.m. on southbound Interstate 505. We understand that when Preston, who was driving a white Nissan at about 90 miles per hour, attempted to pass another car, her car went into the dirt median and ended up overturning in the northbound lanes. Preston and her boyfriend, a gentleman by the name of Anthony Fisicaro, were not wearing any seatbelts at the time, and they were both ejected. We understand Preston on an embankment on I-505 and Fisicaro near a utility pole on the frontage road. The car landed right side up near the intersection of Tubbs and McCune Roads, that being about 75 feet separating it from both victims.
Nancy was airlifted to UC Davis Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead. A blood test showed that no illegal drugs or alcohol had played any part in the accident. Police reports indicate that high speeds were a factor, although no one knows for sure what caused Nancy to lose control of the vehicle. It was standing room only at the Mass held November 20 at the Church of the Nativity, as hundreds of people gathered to say goodbye to the vibrant young woman who was so special to them for so many reasons. The next day, family and friends gathered under a dark sky as Nancy Elda Preston was laid to rest at the Skylawn Memorial Park, nestled in the mountains of San Mateo overlooking the ocean. And as the sky poured out its grief on the mourners huddled under their umbrellas, one of Nancy's favorite flowers began to sprout on the roadside where she died. And as the flowers grew taller, Nancy's life continued to inspire those who knew her. On Monday, the American flag at Chico State University was flown at half-mast. A plaque commemorating her life was placed in front of the flag. Chico University French teacher Deanna Reese sent a heartfelt, handwritten card to the parents. With countless happy memories of Nancy, the French class made a videotape for her parents.
My name is Deanna Reese, and I was Nancy's French teacher, and it was a pleasure to be her teacher. She was one of the more conscientious and prepared and wonderful students that I've had the pleasure of teaching, and it showed in her homework and in her tests and in her attendance and in her participation. And I just want you to know, that she was really taking advantage of her time here at the university, and that she was doing everything that she could to get every little bit out of it.
From the few months that I've known her, she's just been a very dynamic person who seemed very excited about life, had the ability to do something very special with that life.
She was just a genuinely warm, beautiful person that really cared and was willing to help you with anything that you would need in any aspect of your life. And I will serve in this service. I know you will, and there's no words can describe such a loss. God bless you. God bless Nancy, and we'll see her in heaven.
I mean, she was probably one of the sweetest people I'd ever met, and her smile was just amazing every time. It was so genuine every time, and she was so beautiful, and she's really gonna be missed.
The first thing that comes to mind is that Nancy just was so beautiful, and that is more than just surface level. That is who she is as a person. Was a beautiful person. I remember her from the first day, even though I never really got to know her. I always remember that she had a great smile. I never realized she was a freshman until a couple weeks ago. I always thought she was a junior or senior, and I'm a sophomore, so it was really cool to have this girl that she seemed so mature and so confident to smile. And everyone she smiled, like everyone was saying, she had this genuine smile that just, it made me feel good inside that somebody that cool would notice me and smile.
On December 6, 2001, the town of Colma City Council meeting was adjourned in her memory. The certificate of adjournment was signed by the mayor and council members and sent to the parents, along with a hand-signed letter from Colma Mayor Helen Fisicaro. California State Senator Jackie Speier drafted a resolution in celebration and reverence of Nancy's life. The Nativity 2001-2002 school yearbook was dedicated in her memory. At Mercy High School, the Nancy Preston Memorial Scholarship Book Award was established. Lily Shue was the first recipient in 2002. On November 16, 2002, a memorial mass was held at Nativity Church in Menlo Park, California. And approximately 6 years later, on July 21, 2008, Nancy's sister, Diana Preston Petrick, gave birth to her first child and named her Nancy Christine Petrick. Nancy Preston was the kind of person who stood out from the crowd. She was kind to everyone she met and never judgmental. She was an ambassador of goodwill and a counselor to those in need, caring, giving, thoughtful. She knew how to make people feel comfortable, special, and significant. From her example, we can all learn how to be truly beautiful because although she was only with us for a short time, the impression she left with everyone she met will be everlasting. Her legacy will live on, and she will be remembered with happiness. She will be forever missed, forever loved, and forever in our hearts.